lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Frost by TXT. I honestly kind of wanted to get into this video. I've had a few people actually recommend this song to me on some of my most recent reactions, so I'm really curious to see what we're going to be getting from this song. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I just can't wait to get into this one, so let's do it. I'm so intrigued by the title of this one as well. I can't wait to see what we're going to be getting from this song. Oh, we've got the butterflies, okay. I mean, it's looking beautiful. I love the whole like, natural vibe we've got going on in a lot of TXT's music videos. Oh, we're freezing over.
I'm so shocked.
Hold on a minute. Wait. Alright. The small island enclosed in a veil. Okay, right. Hold up a minute. Number one, what I will always say about TXT is I love their lyricism. Their lyricism is so incredibly amazing, and I just think that whole lyric there in and of itself is just like a great highlight of that. But also, what I will say, I'm really intrigued by that start, you know, with all of the nature vibe we had, you know, all of the flowers in the field, and they were starting to freeze over when we were talking about frost. And also we're having these moments now where we are almost like transitioning into different worlds, it feels like, or different times through this like portal, which is super interesting. And already I'm kind of sensing a feeling of like, they're talking about spring and how, you know, spring's here, but it doesn't feel like it's here because the warmth is almost non-existent. And I do think that sometimes when it comes to life in general, people do tend to talk about the seasons of life, the seasons of change. Maybe we're talking about spring, I feel like could be more so early, vibrant years of our life, you know, talking about those sort of days where you should be experiencing all of this warmth, all of this excitement, really looking forward to the future, but maybe you're a little bit hesitant within this spring of life, within this moment, because there is so much going on and there's so much uncertainty of the future that maybe it feels like spring isn't necessarily as warm as you would like it to be, as sunny as you'd like it to be. If we're talking about in terms of the phase of life, that's where I'm sort of heading with this song so far from what I've heard. And maybe the portals are like almost you moving through time, moving through, you know, the changes of life. I don't know, but that's where I feel like we're heading. And the butterflies as well. Butterflies, I feel like, are a sense of like a new beginning, aren't they? You know, if you go from a caterpillar to a butterfly, you're spreading into like a new sense of life. You are, you know, opening your wings and flying into a new realm of your life. So maybe that's where we're going with this song. I don't know, but already I'm loving all of the imagery and all of the themes I feel like going on. I'm so overwhelmed and hollowed out once again. They are just so beautiful, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're just so incredibly beautiful. I can never get over how just absolutely stunning they are, because they really truly are so incredibly beautiful. They're just like shining through this music video, which is just incredible to see. But I think them talking about, you know, their soul is overwhelmed. They feel like they've been hollowed out and they're holding on to almost like these orbs, it feels like, of light. And it maybe feels like that sense of you're in charge of your own destiny, and it's how you go about, you know, that destiny that really does almost portray the future that is to come for you. So you do hold all of the power within your hands, you know. That is an overwhelming thing. We're talking about being overwhelmed. That is a massively overwhelming thing, especially for all of these guys, you know, with their journey they've been on. I think it probably was a lot of pressure, and it probably did take a lot of, you know, their youth aside, because you do have to give so much time and dedication and energy into focusing on your dream. And I think for them, maybe that is a sense of losing a slight sense of that youth, maybe. And that's what we're sort of experiencing here in this song. I just love how with TXT's music, it really is so in-depth. It's that sort of music where if you listen to it, you could enjoy it, obviously, for what it is, because it's incredible music and it's an incredible song. It's got an incredible beat and You know, the vocals are stunning. But if you really peel back the layers of not only the vocals, not only the lyrics, but also the video itself, there's so much more to see, I feel like, from a lot of their music. And I think that is what I really appreciate about TXT as a group. I think they really have a great way of being able to tell that story and take you on that journey through everything, like all aspects, not just one sole thing. They can do it all. And that is something that I think is phenomenal. What's the right answer? It's just almost like being a little bit lost, isn't it? In a sense. Oh, who are you? Who is this, guys? I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like. It's almost like entering the dark side, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about this. He's got a hooded figure going on, and I don't know how to feel about it because it looks like he is going to take us over to the dark side. I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have gone into this room. If I'd have seen that before me, I'm heading straight back out the other way. Do you know what I mean? There's no way. There's no way. Obviously, I'm assuming it's like a tarot reading, almost like of your future, you know? Like, this guy's probably going to tell us what we're expecting of the future and what's ahead. But even so, like, he doesn't look like the most trustworthy of people, I can't lie, right this second in time. But aside from that, what I really love with TXT's music, and their videos especially, and there's been a numerous amount of videos now where I feel like I've seen this similar theme, but to me, TXT, I don't know what it is, but I associate them with like the Lost Boys in Peter Pan in like Neverland, because there's so many moments that we see that forestry, and there's so many moments where we just see them, you know, talking about a sense of feeling a little bit lost, feeling a little bit like not knowing where the path's going to lead in a sense. And to me, it just really reminds me of like that sense of like the Lost Boys, you know, in Neverland. And, you know, they've got all of these dreams and they want to almost stay within that youth and that spring and that excitement, you know, and they want to be able to enjoy and explore and have fun. And I think just, I don't know, there's something about that symbolism that really keeps resonating with me. Yeah, I don't get the best of vibes from this room. I don't. I love the little denim jacket though. Kai's hair as well is stunning. Okay. Alright. See only my icy breath. We are literally hanging onto one branch of a tree. Now, if I did that, that branch, you best believe, would snap clean off. So the fact that he is still holding on is phenomenal. But I will say, I feel like even that is like a symbolism of itself, isn't it? Like, you know, a tree is deep rooted, it's got the strongest of roots, and I feel like clinging on to that and just holding true to your roots, to your strength, you know, to your wisdom, your core, is something I think TXT do incredibly well. You know, despite all of the struggles and things they're going through, you wouldn't even have a clue, like, of all the things they've probably been through, because they continue to show that sense of strength, you know, and determination, and show that real ability to, you know, overcome anything. And I think even just talking about this, you know, I've got that icy breath, I've got that almost sense of sometimes maybe seeming a bit harsh in the way that I come across in certain instances, but ultimately it's because I've had to almost toughen up a little bit. I've had to, you know, shape myself into to make sure that I don't get hurt and that I protect myself, because this world can be a little bit difficult to navigate sometimes, and sometimes you can come across people who aren't always the nicest of people. So I feel like I have to almost have some sense of, you know, coldness within me to be able to really protect myself. But I will say the transition from that room to whatever world we've entered into now, there's something in the magic tarot world going on, and I don't know how to feel about it. I'm kind of nervous for them. The darkness is entered in now as well. Okay, wow. His hair, I can't get over his hair in this video. It's beautiful, isn't it? What happened? See, I said, did I or did I not say it, guys? We shouldn't have gone into that room. I knew as soon as I saw that figure, I was like, nah, I'm not having this. Because look what's happened now. Why are we in some sort of like underworld of darkness and fire? It's not giving me the best vibes. It's not. Wow. Okay, we're still talking about that ice, but somehow we're talking about the ice and the cold and the winter, but it's like we've got all of this fire and all of this darkness. And it feels like even within amidst the winter and the cold and sometimes, the difficulties in navigating, they still manage to find that fire and that heat and that passion and that drive. And it's probably what also keeps them going in a sense, having sometimes the negativity, having sometimes the uncertainty. It probably is the thing that fires them up to keep on pushing forward, to show people like this is who we are and this is what we're going to do. And they have just done that. They've really surpassed so many people's expectations, and that's such an incredible thing. But again, we've got this little orb again in our hands, and it's almost like we're holding the key to our future, and it's just like, which way are we going to go? Are we going to go in terms of like the dark side, or are we going to, really venture into, exploring and really leaning more into that sense of the light and the happiness and the joy? It's like we are in charge here. We have the ability within our own hands to really change the game, when it comes to our future. Ooh, that's cool. That's super cool. That shot there. These, can I just say, whoever's come up with like the videography on this and has really like done all of these transitions, can I just give a round of applause, please, and thank you, because that whole moment there with, I think it was Beyond You in the little like music box, almost like you almost feeling a little bit trapped and maybe in a sense a little bit boxed in, because that's all you know now. Like, you've given so much of your life and your time to this dream that you had, and it's like you feel a little bit confined in that because you don't know anything outside of that. That is what your youth has been, almost in a way. And now with Kai running through this like endless tunnel, it feels like it's almost like now we've seen this dream and we're starting to live this dream. What is the end goal here? What is like the end point? Are we just going to keep on running through this tunnel of, never-ending uncertainty forever? Is that the goal here? Almost in a sense just all of these things combining and being like, what is life? What is our life? What is our future? What does that mean to us? I feel like it's navigating the sense of coming to terms with growing up in a sense as well. What is life going to be for us going forward? What do we want to achieve from life? What are our main priorities, our main goals? And it's almost like that is a never-ending question, because as we grow, so do our thoughts, so do our dreams, so do our worlds, in a sense. We're constantly changing as people as we grow, and that's such a normal thing, but it is almost a daunting thing as well, because you never know what you're going to be wanting next. You never know what you're going to be feeling next. So it is just like, growing up in life can be such a difficult thing, and it can be challenging, and it can be sometimes really hard to navigate on your own. And I think that is really just coming across in this video. It's almost a bit haunting, isn't it, as well? Oh, we've grown wings. Wow. Kind of battling so many things as well, in amidst all this. We're back in this room. Well, this isn't ominous at all, is it? Oh, we've got the key. There's so many things going on. Oh, are we heading back into another like portal? We're going to enter into a different world, I feel like, in a second. But it's almost like now that we've experienced all of this through whatever this room was, whoever this guy was that was, performing some sort of reading of our future, it's like now we've left that space, the snow and the winter's coming in. That's interesting. That is interesting, because we've gone from that darkness now, and it's like the winter's slowly, taking over. There's just so many things in this video I feel like to pick up on that I don't think I'm going to be able to really harness it all in one take, because like when you watch a video for the first time, it can be difficult to like pick up on everything. But I just am so intrigued by what you guys think about this one, because I think there's so many like ways you could interpret it, but I love it no matter what. I'm loving all of like the imagery and all of the shots and the colours, like the way we keep on going from the darkness to the light and the real like darkness to the vibrancy. It's like two different worlds really playing out, isn't it? And I'm curious by these keys. Do these keys unlock something? What do they unlock? I'm so curious. Dream Island, only chaos exists. Oh, am I ready for this? Oh, okay. So I do feel like we're sort of on the right path in a sense. You know, we're talking about Dream Island. It's probably this place in their mind, you know, almost like a utopia of where this dream that they've got is laid out, and it's almost like it's an unknown in and of itself as to how far that dream can spread. But then you're saying like, am I ready for this? Like, I've got all of these thoughts and feelings of what I want to achieve and all of these goals on this island that, you know, lives within my mind. But it's like, am I ready for what's to come from this? Am I ready for what's up ahead? You know, there's going to be so many challenges, so many things we're going to have to battle through. Am I going to be strong enough for this? Am I going to be able to hold all of this weight? Because it is such like a daunting thing to think about. Like, am I ready for what's up ahead of me? Who knows? And it seems like they definitely were. You know, I think they've probably been through so much as a group, and I'm really enjoying learning more about, you know, who they are and what they have been through, and, you know, the music they create. And I think just seeing what I have seen so far, I'm incredibly inspired by how amazing they are and how much they've achieved at, you know, the point they're at. So I can only imagine how much strength and how much resilience they must have. And, you know, them just saying, am I ready for this? It seems like they definitely were, because look at where they are now. Now we're back to like a sense of reality, maybe. We've got the book. I don't know what that's going to mean, but I feel like it's going to hold a lot of power. I loved this music video. Oh, hold up. Star Seekers. I love that. And again, the Star Seekers, you know, I feel like if we think about Peter Pan, I know I keep on talking about Peter Pan and like Neverland and all of these themes, guys, in my reactions, but I feel like such a connection with this group and that sort of world in a sense. You know, we're talking about a dream island, and I feel like, you know, you go on sort of like an adventure to Neverland, and then Star Seekers, you know, second star to the right, I think it is, isn't it? And then on till morning to reach Neverland. And then just all of that like forestry vibe and talking about being lost, you know, I genuinely feel like, I don't know what it is about this group, but I feel that connection so strong to that whole sense of Neverland, you know? And I don't know why, but I just think that there's all these little references that keep on pulling that tie together for me. And I love that, I do. But honestly, somebody recommended me this one, like I said in the comments, and they said that it was something so different than I've seen before from TXT, and it definitely is, and I loved it so much. It's, for me, TXT, I can't really explain, but I get so excited to see another TXT song and see another video, because the way they connect all of the dots together so seamlessly, and it really does just like draw you in. I felt like I was taken into the whole sense of like this new world, and, you know, going through all of these portals and where are we going to head next, and the darkness and the light, and they just keep you engaged and they keep you really focused on what the song is representing. I feel like I get a great sense of, like, from the start point, what this song is really trying to tell me. And I love that about TXT. I think the way they really do just draw you into that story and lead you on that journey is incredible. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching, so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.